Day 88 of the war, and the ceasefire that began on the 7th of April has come under severe strain because of military activity that's taken place, of course, in the Strait of Hormuz. Because in the Strait, overnight, the Americans have launched attacks on Iranian facilities at Bandar Abbas, at Sirik and Jask, where they said they were looking to destroy missile launching sites and other military facilities that they said the Iranians were preparing. And also they attacked a couple of boats in the Strait of Hormuz itself that they said were laying mines. That would have been somewhere south of Larak Island. Larak Island is just there because Larak Island is the area that is demined that the Iranians want to use themselves. So significant military activity overnight, and that's very deliberate by the United States. They said it was in self-defense, which it was, but they didn't have to do it. They chose to do it. And this really is a battle of wills now between Ghalibaf, who is the de facto political leader in Iran, seems to be making all the decisions. Mojtaba Khamenei, interestingly, issued a statement today. We still haven't seen him, but he issued a statement saying that the Americans are not safe in any of their bases now in the Middle East. And what the Iranians are saying is that this action overnight is, they said, a violation, a clear violation, a blatant violation is what they called it, of the ceasefire. And meanwhile, President Trump has been talking up the idea of a deal, which at the weekend he was talking about. But the Americans are now making it clear that if there is a deal, it is on the basis that there is still a military threat. The Iranians say they will certainly react. They'll do something about this. We'll see what they do, I imagine, in the next 24 hours. Meanwhile, the war within a war in Lebanon becomes more serious. Overnight, Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, said that he would intensify the war in Lebanon beyond the security zone and maybe even beyond the tiny river. And the reason for that is very clear, because he is under an enormous pressure because of rocket attacks, Hezbollah rocket attacks into northern Israel. And those rocket attacks are causing great disquiet because a couple of years ago, 60,000 people had to move out of northern Israel because of those rocket attacks. And having moved back, they're not going to move out again. And so the right wing of the Israeli government is saying you must prosecute this war more vigorously. Yesterday, there were more than 70 attacks into Lebanon. Today, there have been more than 100 attacks into Lebanon, and more are promised. So on day 88 of the war, the fact is that the war within a war in Lebanon is escalating at a time when the ceasefire in the Gulf is at its most precarious.